All right, and we are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Here to talk about everything in terms of the world of professional wrestling, all the action inside and outside of the ring, backstage current drama and rumors, superstar inactive statuses and injury updates. We also talk about contract extensions, new signings. We also talk about deals and stuff like that. Talk about promotions from AEW, WWE, the National Wrestling Alliance, the GCW, Stardom, New Japan Professional Wrestling, TNA, Ring of Honor. If it makes major news, world of professional wrestling, we talk about it here on this show with your boy Eric, your favorite wrestling fan. So without further ado, just kind of reflect on what we talked about right quick. We talked about our WWE SmackDown review. Now we're going to talk about some WWE Monday Night Raw. Like I said, I know it is, it's already been aired on the East Coast. Have it recorded right now. Can't wait to watch it. I'm here on the West Coast. I have YouTube TV. So, I'm still one of those suckers who kind of pay for like a, cable kind of, ish, you know what I mean? But, I have it recorded. I have not checked a single shred of social media. TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, nothing like that. So I'm feeling. I love the fact of being like surprised. Like I love it, absolutely love it, especially in the world of professional wrestling. It's pretty awesome. All right, so let's before we dive on into the next segment, we're going to talk about something that's obviously very important to our channel. We need your guys' support, your love, your caring support. Obviously, this podcast, this network is nothing without the fans, nothing without the viewers. So if you have a hot take or a burning question in terms of professional wrestling, go ahead and lay it all down on the line. Tell me how you feel. Hit it up in the super chat. So, just go ahead and mark that $ right there. Support our channel and whatever you guys have to say, however you feel, or just your hot take in terms of professional wrestling. We'll be featured on the show to be talked about. If it's a hot topic, it could be debated about with other viewers as well. So yeah, don't be shy. Don't be too shy. Don't be insecure. Just go ahead and drop it inside that chat. Would absolutely love to hear your guys' hot takes in the world of wrestling. I just don't want to be yelling at the mic for an hour. Obviously, who wants that? Who wants that? I love fan engagement every single time the audience engages. It just makes it better. Just makes it better. Obviously, we are super thankful for each and every one of you guys. You guys are the reason we make this possible on the GSMC Sports Network. So just know that we love you. So, send in those super chats, those super stickers, because you guys are super awesome. And together we will make sure this podcast is bigger, better, and stronger than ever. Once again, if the super chat is not your thing, go ahead and hit up the tips and donations link at the GSMCpodcast.net. Tell me how you feel. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Just remember to Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show. Follow the show. Follow the network here at the GSMC Sport Network. We do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity, 1,010%. But of course, in terms of talking sports, debate, criticisms do happen. Obviously, send in how you feel. Feedback is a gift. So, make sure you guys, hit up those super chats, super thanks ahead. So, we are absolutely grateful for each and every one of you guys. All right. So, without further ado, let's go and talk about some WWE Monday Night Raw. It's happening tonight. We are live at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And, let's just go and start off right off the bat. We're going to talk about the main event. Obviously, we have the Intercontinental Championship match between Jey Uso and Bron Breakker. Will Jey Uso ultimately drop the ball? With everything going down with the bloodline, a lot of distractions. Maybe a nice way, and I mentioned about it in the previous segment. The only way I feel like Jey Uso is going to drop this title is with a little bit of interference. Since Bron Breakker doesn't really have any alliances on the Monday Night Raw roster, the only thing that really makes sense is that Solo Sikoa got pissed off because Jey Uso refused to acknowledge him on SmackDown, comes and takes the only thing that Jey Uso loves and adores, which is his WWE Intercontinental Championship, which would be a great way to get Jey Uso, kind of force Jey Uso's hand into, joining the bloodline, coming up to Roman and Jimmy Uso, Friday Night SmackDown, looking them dead in the eye and be like, look, I didn't want anything to do with you guys. I wanted to stay on the sidelines, watch you guys figure it out, but my hand is forced. I have no other choice but to challenge Solo Sikoa and this new bloodline because they cost the only thing in this world that matters to me, the WWE Intercontinental Championship. So maybe that could be possibly a way. I know, like I said, it already aired on the East Coast. So, a lot of you guys probably looking at me or watching this be like, man, this guy's an idiot. That's not what's going to happen, bro. But me as a wrestling fan, like I said, I have not checked it out. I don't know what happened. I feel like that'd be a pretty good storyline if you had to ultimately rid Solo Sikoa of no of sorry excuse me of Jey Uso of his Intercontinental Championship. The only thing that makes sense is the said argument about Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline getting involved in his match. So it could happen. It could happen. It's still obviously very much in the air, but if that doesn't happen, Jey Uso is going to easily win. It'd be no sense to kind of have these guys go back and forth, dropping the title to each other. But this is definitely the future of WWE. Both the young studs going at it. Bron Breakker, obviously the future of WWE. Jey Uso has been hot. He's been popular. He's been more over than now, more than ever. So the time to pull the trigger on his singles run is now. So right now, probably out of everybody in the bloodline, it's kind of funny to say, with the former champion, Sami Zayn. You also have, Jimmy, Jay, Solo, Jacob, the Tongans, Roman Reigns. I feel like the only person in the family right now that's kind of, with his back against the wall would definitely have to be Jey Uso. Like, do I, join my family's biz, or do I, continue doing eating on Monday Night Raw and winning being a winner, maintain his WWE Intercontinental Championship? It's going to be a difficult decision because I feel like if he is, immersed in the Bloodline Civil War storyline heading toward WWE Survivor Series November 2nd, it's something's got to give, 1,010%. And if it's time, I feel like the time is now. Like I feel like he's so over right now to the point where like, yeah, he can drop the belt to Bron Breakker tonight. Yeah, he can definitely 1,010%. Maybe 4, 5 months down the line, maybe he could win his first Royal Rumble. Who knows? But ultimately, he's going to get that Intercontinental Championship back. You know what I mean? It's more or less going to be, kind of like a hey, I'll be right back. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like ultimately it's best for WWE to have him as the champion. But as of right now, this whole Bloodline Civil War thing is, Paul Heyman said it best in an interview, basically saying that, hey, if you thought after Cody Rhodes finished the story that the Bloodline was done, bro, this storyline hasn't even hit the third inning yet. That's how in depth this storyline is. And, those who are following along the board, on board, I feel like it's awesome. And I feel like it's going to be great. All right, we have a tag team tournament going on. I'm happy that the tag team division is actually getting some action. The New Day will take on AOP. You know, um, I hope the New Day win. I don't. You know, um, right now the Final Testament, I ultimately feel like have not gotten the respect that they deserve. But nevertheless, or besides that fact, I feel like also the New Day as well. Like, we all loved Kofi Mania. We all loved it when Big E won the WWE Championship as well. Xavier Woods maybe can go for a singles title push, but at this point in time, I don't really see why. And I'm not trying to hate on Xavier Woods. I don't. This tag team division of Monday Night Raw has been so fudged up that I feel like the only thing that will restore honor to the WWE Tag Team Championships on Raw is if you have a nice seasoned veterans holding the title, someone who already has a built-in fan base around him. That's the New Day. That's the New Day. That's they were cheaped out of their Judgment Day run, and you have the constant conflicting character that Xavier Woods is kind of going through. Hey, should I be a bad guy when I kind of when I stole a win from Rey Mysterio? Yeah, it was a little dirty, but at the same time, it felt good. It felt good to win again. But at the same time, you're like, what? That's a little morally wrong. Maybe I should follow my with Kofi Kingston. Because right now, I don't see Xavier Woods getting anywhere near the Intercontinental Championship if Bron Breakker wins, or the WWE World's Heavyweight Championship with Gunther, and it would just be a waste of talent. It would just be a waste of talent. WWE, and like I said before, I have not watched Monday Night Raw, so maybe the New Day already lost. But as of right now, I feel like the New Day should win. They should win the WWE Tag Team titles once again. I feel like that'd be pretty badass. Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee taking on American Made. Being brutally honest, I don't think any of these guys are going to win the tag team titles. But if I had to choose one, you push Chad Gable so far. Before this whole Wyatt Six thing, I think he kind of, I would like to see them going against the New Day. In finals, that'd be pretty badass. We're going to see Seth Rollins go face to face with big bad Bronson Reed. We're going to have more Liv Morgan, Nia Jax drama buildup. Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez are both expected to be on the Monday Night Raw card, as well as what's going on with the Miz and the Wyatt Six. Last time, I think it was a week or 2 weeks ago, you saw the Miz talking in the backstage with Karrion Kross, the leader of the Final Testament, and then bam, you saw the QR code for the Wyatt Six. Last time we saw that, obviously, was kind of a foregoing, was kind of like a foreshadowing of them kind of coming after their next opponent, and it's going to force the Miz to have to to team up with the Final Testament. That's the reason why I feel like maybe AOP will drop the ball tonight against the New Day to ultimately, kind of have this build up heading towards Survivor Series of the Wyatt Six taking on the Miz as along with the Final Testament, and it's going to make for pretty badass if it's War Games. Oh my God, that would be insane. That would be insane, but totally badass. WWE in terms of, getting hardcore. And I kind of spoke about this on the last podcast that, I understand why they don't do it, why they don't put these superstars through, extreme pain, unnecessary spots where you can definitely chance somebody getting lost to injury. But you think about it right now, Karrion Kross is on the fence. Karrion Kross is, he was, he was debating on going to NXT. He won't go to NXT. He said in an interview because he does not want to take away any opportunities away from younger superstars, which is absolutely admirable. And then you have AOP. Then you have The Miz, I feel like The Miz has a lot left in him. I definitely think he's still in his prime. I definitely think 1,010% he has another Intercontinental WWE Championship run inside him. He's getting over this babyface thing. Like, let's just face it, The Miz is not good as a babyface. I'm sorry, but he's not. As a heel, absolutely a bombshell, absolutely successful, a champion, a manipulator, someone who can absolutely take a brand like a Monday Night Raw heading into this Netflix deal and be absolutely, super badass. And you have the Wyatt Six. The Wyatt Six, I feel like for all 8 of these superstars going at it inside of a steel cage in War Games, I feel like they have nothing to lose. So in that case, it's like, hey, let's let them duke it out inside the War Games. But obviously, that's just me. Maybe that's the attitude error in me as well. That's like, what, let's just let these guys fight it out. But anyways, moving on. That was my WWE Monday Night Raw rant. Now we're going to talk about some Samantha Irving news. She leaves WWE. Is there any possibility that she could follow the footsteps of her fiance and wind up in AEW? Does she have a future career lined up? We're going to dig into that when we come back. So, hey, do not go anywhere.